Angel Reese says her rent is $8K and WNBA salary doesn't even cover her bills. She basically just said that she just goes hating pays. The reality is that attention pays. Attention is currency when it comes to working with these brands. And that is the one thing you can never knock Angel Reese at doing, is that attention pay.
Just when fans thought the Angel Reese saga couldn't get more intense, Boom's shocking details about her true contract with the Chicago Sky just leaked, and trust us, it's nothing like what you expected. The numbers are stunning. The consequences? Potentially career-defining. And the timing couldn't be worse. Is the team losing faith in their biggest rookie star? And how does this contract compare to Caitlin Clark's massive Nike empire? We break it all down right now.
Good to eat. Good to eat by JC.
A little head fake. Reese, flick of the wrist. Air ball again, no.
In a now viral interview, Angel Reese dropped a bombshell. Her monthly rent in Chicago is a staggering $8,000, yet her WNBA salary barely scratches the surface. In fact, her entire 4-year deal with the Chicago Sky is worth just $324,800, averaging around $81,200 per year. That's barely enough for high-rise living, let alone the lifestyle of a rising sports icon. Fans were stunned, and critics even more so. How can a league's most visible rookie be struggling to cover basic expenses?
Wings.com to learn more. Beautiful dish inside. No. Suarez.
Angel's true money? It's not on the hardwood, it's off the court. Her partnerships include Reebok, Good American, Tampax, Beats by Dre, and even Hershey's Reese's Pieces. In October 2024, she inked a multi-year Reebok deal, putting her in elite company, but here's the kicker. Her sneaker won't even launch until 2026. Meanwhile, Clark's already dominating headlines with Nike's $28 million contract. So the question becomes, is Angel's brand already falling behind?
Back to Devin. Nice touch pass inside Diamond and Sheila. Gets her own mitt.
While Reese battles financial limitations and growing scrutiny, Caitlin Clark is cruising towards sports superstardom. Her reported $28 million Nike deal isn't just a shoe deal, it's a statement. The contrast between the two women couldn't be starker. Where Reese battles controversy, Clark builds a brand. While Reese's Reebok sneaker is still in design, Clark's Nike line is already being previewed. Analysts call it the WNBA's greatest endorsement divide ever.
So Weatherspoon said, no one person can guard NECA. In that instance, Angel Reese had great help from her teammate Diamond.
But it gets worse. Angel's 4th year? It's a team option, meaning if the Sky aren't satisfied with her growth, leadership, and behavior, they can cut ties with no penalty. That puts immense pressure on Reese to perform and behave. The last few games haven't helped her case. From ejections to sideline tension with teammate Camila Cardoso and even missed assignments, this is not the version of Angel Reese the franchise invested in.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win. Oh!
Add media heat to the mix, and the fire's burning hotter. ESPN's Stephen A. Smith recently called out Reese's antics, saying, "This is not college anymore. This is the WNBA. You either evolve or get left behind." The social media backlash has been relentless, fans split between defending her brand and demanding she focus more on her game. This isn't just about money anymore, it's about credibility.
Literally is laughing and is like, WNBA salary doesn't pay anything. They were like, what do I make in WNBA? She goes, I don't know what my WNBA salary is. Because that's the truth of it. Like, Angel Reese would make more money, and I'm not joking. She would make more money in... I would say she's made more money from her pre-game fits, from like brands paying her to wear them to games, than she has made from playing.
So, where does Angel go from here? With a team option looming, contract doubts mounting, and public pressure intensifying, she faces a fork in the road. Will she double down on her talent and become the star the Sky envisioned? Or will her off-court brand outgrow her on-court production? Sources close to the franchise say the next 10 games could determine her entire future.
And Reese breaking up that pass. Kennedy Carter feeds Angel Reese. Can't finish.
The WNBA is evolving, and stars like Angel Reese are in the center of it. Fame, attention, and money come fast, but staying power is earned. Whether she rises or fades will depend on what she does next. Will she silence the critics or prove them right? Only time and the game will tell.
Here comes Reese, splitting the difference. Equally of a tough shot. Sefti Uzun over to Ogunbowale. Cross-court pass, Angel Reese picks it off. It's her against no one and lays it.
Angel Reese, the name everyone knows. The face of nil deals, the queen of social media, and now the center of a shocking contract revelation that just rocked the WNBA. Leaked documents, insider statements, and now serious pressure from Chicago Sky management. Did Angel just play herself out of her own spotlight, or is this all part of a bigger game?
He's trying to seal inside. Reese the shovel. Cardoso the finish. 1 minute to go. Tie game. Allen looking into Reese. Reese back to work on Smith. Reese pops it in.
Angel Reese is not just a basketball player. She's a cultural force. From LSU stardom to WNBA All-Star, her name sells out merch faster than some NBA rookies. But here's the kicker. Her Chicago Sky contract? Only $324,800 over 4 years. That's less than what some social media influencers make in a month.
Here's Reese at the elbow. Trying to go through multiple defenders. Sabally hauls it down.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, the biggest draw in women's hoops, is sitting on a projected $28 million Nike deal over 8 years. Her face is about to plaster billboards from Iowa to Tokyo. The contrast? Stark, uncomfortable, and very, very real.
10 turnovers for the Sky here tonight. Elizabeth Williams, Angel Reese. First opportunity not there.
Leaked details from Reese's contract reveal something shocking. The final year is a team option. Translation? If she doesn't perform, they can drop her. No buyout. No security. Just gone.
Because she's already got the kind of social media thing on lock. If she is able to deal with it, and again, that is a big if, because we don't know. And a lot of people are talking about all the social media stuff, whether it's going to be good or bad for her career. If she is able to consistently improve and become an all WNBA talent, take that jump from like borderline all-star, and I know she was an all-star this year, but let's be real, if it wasn't for the whole debate, she wouldn't have been. She would have been close. She would have been close, but she wouldn't have been. Like, Ezzy Magbagor is the better player who wasn't an all-star. But then we also have to take into account that with what Angel Reese, that if she's able to make that leap and still do all the social media stuff, that we have got one of the biggest stars in sports. We've got one of the biggest stars in the sport, one of the biggest stars in sports.
In 2024, Reese signed with Reebok, announcing her own signature shoe for 2026. Sounds big, right? But here's the hard truth. Reebok hasn't led the sneaker game in decades. No lines, no resales, just nostalgia. But fame isn't free. Reese's All-Star selection in 2025 raised eyebrows. Many argued it was more for TikTok than talent. Her beef with Caitlin Clark? Still unresolved. And critics are louder than ever. Angel Reese's 2025 to 2026 season isn't just about wins and losses. It's her audition for the next shoe deal, for media dominance, for long-term relevance in a league that moves fast and forgets faster. Reese and Clark are rewriting the future of women's sports, but in very different ways. One is backed by legacy, the other, backed by hustle. But in a league where contracts don't match the headlines, who really wins? If you thought this story was wild, wait until you hear what Angel's team just told ESPN off the record. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and drop your take below. Is Reese being undervalued or outplayed? The Chicago Sky has just leaked shocking details about Angel Reese's contract, and fans are stunned by what's been revealed. Despite being one of the most talked about rookies in the WNBA, Reese's actual earnings tell a different story. Her 4-year rookie contract is worth just $324,383, starting with a base salary of $73,439 in her first season, barely enough to cover her reported $8,000 monthly rent in Chicago. By 2027, her salary will peak at $93,636, but only if the Sky decide to pick up her team option for that final year. This means her position isn't fully secure, and any drop in performance could cost her that final paycheck. What's more, leaked reports suggest tensions are rising behind the scenes, with some within the organization questioning whether her off-court brand is overshadowing her on-court value. While Reese continues to land major endorsement deals with Reebok, Amazon, and Beats by Dre, comparisons to Caitlin Clark's massive $28 million Nike deal have only intensified the scrutiny. Many now believe the Chicago Sky may be second-guessing their investment, especially as Clark dominates headlines and league metrics. With Reese already facing criticism for her fiery outbursts and inconsistent play, this contract leak may be the clearest sign yet that her time in Chicago is hanging by a thread.